Hello and welcome. In this video, I will show you how to get the DID information of an account on the XRP Ledger. First, we make the necessary imports. We import our client. Next, we import the model we need, which is the ledger entry. This method is used for making requests to the blockchain to return information about a particular object. Next, we import the wallet class. And finally, we import the hex to string utility function that will help us convert the information returned from the blockchain to a readable string. Secondly, now we are going to build our client by saying client is equal to JSON RPC client, and we instantiate the client to the testnet. Next, we restore the accounts that we are going to query the DID from. Finally, we build our request. Request is equal to the ledger entry type. Now, this class takes in two compulsory fields, or two necessary fields at least. One is the object you're going to request, which is the DID in this scenario. So we are going to request the DID of the account's address. Now you can just pass in a manual address, like let me say arrow something, 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 that kind of thing. But we are going to use the address of this account to make the request. Next, we fill in a parameter called the ledger index. Now, what this does, it queries the most recent validated ledger of the network. Next, we wait for a response from the blockchain. Okay, let us say we submit the request to the blockchain. Submit request and return a response. So we do that by calling the client, which is this JSON RPC client, and then calling a method of the client, which is the request method. And then we pass in the request we want to make, which is the request to return the DID of this account. And then we return the results of the request. Then finally, we pass the response and look for the DID object. So I'm just quickly going to paste this in here to avoid extending the tutorial. So as you can see, the first line returns the DID documents from the response and then converts it to a string. Same thing with the second line, returns the data and converts it to a string. Then the last line, it returns the URI and converts it to a string. Now we are going to run this code by saying Python get did.py. So as you can see, the code executed successfully. You can see the DID documents was returned, the DID data was returned, and the DID URI was returned too. Now you might run this code and get an error, something like a no entry error. So what this means, it just means that the current account that you're querying has no instance of any DID associated with it. So what you have to do is just to go back and create the DID and then come back here and then request information from the DID. Another thing you might also come across is most fields might be missing because not all fields are compulsory when you're creating the DID. So you're going to account for that if you're building a real world application. Thank you.